Hello Muggles, today we're learning English with Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I cannot wait.
At least no one on the Gryffindor team had to buy their way in. They got in on pure talent.
But before we do that, I'd like to say a quick thank you to Tandem for sponsoring this video. They are a fantastic language learning app that I'm going to tell you a little bit more about later on. But if you're ready, let's go to Hogwarts.
It's disgusting.
And it's Codswallop to boot. Dirty blood.
Our first example here, Hagrid says Codswallop or Cardswallop in his accent. Now, what does that mean? Well, Codswallop basically means nonsense. They're talking nonsense, right? Now, Codswallop is very British, informal word. Other words that we might use here, well, rubbish is what I would say. Oh, that's rubbish. He's talking rubbish. That's what I would say. Other examples, tosh. You could say tosh, that's quite posh. Poppycock as well is another quite posh word that you could use here. In American English they might say baloney. That's baloney, that's absolute baloney. Sorry, Harry Potter went a bit American there. But yeah, there's a few words that we could use here. I would probably, personally, I would say nonsense or rubbish. Those are probably the most neutral. But yeah, if you want to sound more British, then codswallop, poppycock or tosh. They also work.
And it's Codswallop to boot. Dirty blood.
Call me Mudblood.
He did not.
Mudblood. Mudblood. Now, Mudblood, of course, we know is someone that isn't a pure blood. Now, the sounds there, mud, blood, it's the sound, isn't it? Mudblood, which is more of a kind of southern English sound. So received pronunciation, Cockney, accents like that, you have a mud blood. Now, this is a distinguishing feature in British English, is this sound, because in a northern accent, in Mancunian, in Scouse, in a Geordie accent, it would be it would be an sound. It should be mudblood, right? Mudblood. But in the south of England, it's got the sound, so you've got mudblood. So mudblood or mudblood, or in the West Country, mudblood. So depending on the characters, they'll say that differently. Now in Harry Potter, most characters speak with received pronunciation. It's an accent associated with the south of England, so they'll probably say mudblood.
Call me Mudblood.
He did not.
Mum fancies him.
Make way there, please!
A nice little bit of informal British English here, to fancy someone. So here, Ron Weasley's mum fancies Gilderoy, Professor Gilderoy. So if you fancy someone, you are romantically or sexually interested in someone. So here, Ron Weasley's mum kind of thinks that Gilderoy is cute. He's kind of good looking, right? You can see the way she's acting. And in fact, I think a few of the characters in this film think that he's good looking. So yeah, if you fancy someone, then you are interested in them romantically or sexually. So an example sentence, I really fancy the girl that works in the coffee shop. I really fancy the girl that works in the coffee shop.
Mum fancies him.
Make way there, please!
I assure you that were you in Slytherin and your fate rested with me.
Okay, so Snape here says Slytherin. Now I thought we should look at this word because it's quite a tricky word to say. Obviously they say it a lot in Harry Potter. Slytherin. Now I'm particularly focusing on that th sound in the middle. On the TH, it's the. Now to make that sound, what do we have to do? Well, it's a tricky one. It's a voiced sound, first of all, which means that you get a vibration in your throat, okay? So when I say it, the, I have a vibration in my throat. Now, the way to make it is to touch your tongue onto your top teeth, okay? And then to blow out, okay? Feels a bit strange when you do it like this, but practice is really important, especially with pronunciation. It's all about practice, getting your muscles in your mouth to do what you want them to do. And it's like going to the gym. You have to go many times to get your muscles to do what they want. Exactly the same with pronunciation and your mouth. So practicing and feeling that vibration just there. So Slytherin. It's a nice word to say, Slytherin. And your tongue is doing a lot when you're saying it, right? Slytherin. So as you can see there, when I'm saying the sound, the tongue is touching the top teeth. Slytherin. Now there are some accents where the sound is actually substituted for other sounds. So for example, in Cockney accent, it's a V sound. It's V. So it's Slytherin, Slytherin, Slytherin. But in Harry Potter, as I said before, there are lots of examples of received pronunciation, and so it'd be Slytherin, Slytherin. Practice that for me.
I assure you that were you in Slytherin and your fate rested with me.
Now I just want to take a quick moment to tell you guys about Tandem. Tandem is a free mobile app that brings millions of language learners just like you together in one place. It connects fellow language learners so that they can help each other improve their language skills. And I love this. I love the idea of this peer-to-peer practice and connection. So how does it work? Well, you choose the language that you want to learn, and then you scroll through all the profiles of the people that speak that language, and you choose the ones that suit you, and you connect with them. So you can talk to them through text message, you can talk to them via voice message, or even a video chat. And this is one of the great features because you can practice speaking and pronunciation. Now you guys that have watched me for a long time will know that I love mistakes. I believe that mistakes are beautiful because they are where the learning happens. And with Tandem, this is a perfect place to improve on your mistakes. So let's say you're not sure about how to pronounce a word. You can record your pronunciation into your app and send it to your partner, and they can correct you, all right? And that is where the learning happens, because then you can practice again, you can do it another time, and they can check to see if you've done it correctly. So I love this idea of getting feedback and working with someone to improve your English. And of course, you're not just getting help, you're helping others as well, which is a great feeling. You, the student, can also become the teacher. It's a really lovely thing. So naturally, if you have a grammar question, or if you want to check your pronunciation or something, then this is a great place to do it. And of course, because it's on your mobile phone, you can do it anytime, anywhere. So there's complete flexibility about where you're learning. Now there is a pro subscription, which is super cool. It allows you to find a language partner in a specific location. So for example, if you're learning British English and you particularly love the Liverpool accent, Scouse as we call it, then you could find someone in Liverpool and learn English through them. I mean, that would be incredible. Now personally, when I was learning Spanish, I learnt Buenos Aires Spanish. So the Spanish specifically in Buenos Aires, it has particular slang and intonation. So if I were learning Spanish, that's where I would want to learn Spanish from. I want to find a language partner in that area, and I think that is an amazing feature. So think about your English. What kind of accent do you want? What kind of vocabulary do you want? Do you want American English? Do you want British English? This kind of feature is really amazing for you. Now, another thing that I really like about Tandem is that they have 24/7 human moderators who go in and check that conversations are polite, they are friendly, there's nothing that shouldn't be there. And I really like that. That means that they create a very friendly, positive atmosphere in the app. So if you're interested in downloading this free app, then you can click the link below, okay? Click the link below, download it and try it out, find a language buddy, and see where it goes from there. And if you do it, please let me know in the comments below. Tell me what your experience was like. Did you enjoy it? Have you found someone that's helped you? Please let me know in the comments below.
1, 2, 3. Feraverto. Now it's your turn. Well, who would like to go first?
The beautiful accent of Professor McGonagal. Now, she speaks with a very soft Scottish accent. Now there are a few features that we could look at here to tell us that she's speaking with a Scottish accent. First of all, the R sound. Now in Scottish English, it's rhotic. That means that they pronounce the R's. That's different from in England where the R is not pronounced, okay? So it's non-rhotic. That's how we would describe it, non-rhotic. So particularly after vowel sounds, that's when you're going to hear the R. Now, the example there was first. Now, the way she does it, she says first, first.
Who would like to go first?
It's almost like a trill on that R. It's not a rrr, it's not a full rrr, it's a kind of first, first. It's a little trill. I can't do it properly, but you can hear it when she says it. Also on your, she says your, and three is a little trill sound.
Mr. Weasley. 1, 2, 3. Feraverto.
We call it a kind of a tapped R, I guess. That would be another way to describe it, a tapped R. And this is definitely one of the most distinctive sounds of a Scottish English accent. In England, the accents would use a schwa sound there. So first, so the sound, first. But for her, thirst. Okay, then the vowel sounds. Now the articulation of vowel sounds in Scottish are very different to England and English accents.
Very well. Well, you all know, of course, that Hogwarts was founded over 1,000 years ago.
Now here we're going to look at the O sound. It's more of a flatter O. So she says no.
Well, you all know, of course.
And so.
Like so.
So slightly flatter sounds there, and different from received pronunciation where you sort of elongate it maybe. So and no. She's saying so and no. Now one last distinctive feature of a Scottish accent is the kind of unvoiced W sound. It's kind of wh, wh, this one. So when and why and where. Now it's not that common in Scotland, and in fact Professor McGonagal doesn't quite do it. Here, listen to this sentence right here.
What are you talking about, Mr. Weasley?
So she says, what are you talking about? So in some Scottish accents you might have what are you? That unvoiced. But as I say, she doesn't quite do it there.
How can I speak a language without knowing I can?
I don't know, Harry, but it sounded like you were egging the snake on or something.
Here's a great British English phrase, to egg someone on. To egg someone on. This means to encourage them to do something. Usually something that maybe they shouldn't do. Okay, so maybe to do something naughty or something that's outside of their comfort zone. It depends. I remember at school I did something wrong. I was a bit naughty, and when the head teacher came to tell me off, I said, look, it wasn't my fault. My friends egged me on. My friends egged me on. They encouraged me to do it. So I wasn't taking responsibility. I was saying that my friends had encouraged me to do something. So if you egg someone on, you encourage them to do something.
I don't know, Harry, but it sounded like you were egging the snake on or something.
Those are just a few of the amazing bits of language that are in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Now I have done a video all about Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, the first film. If you'd like to watch that, I've just linked it above. And please remember, guys, to download Tandem for free. It's a free language app, guys. Go find your language partner and share your language with them and learn their language as well. It'd be an amazing way to connect with people. So the link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. This is Tom, aka Harry Potter, saying goodbye.